Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Tom or Gummy, and today once again we are back for another Modern Mansion tutorial. So this is the third one in the series. If you haven't already checked out the others, again I'll leave links in the description. There's 2 others so far and they are really awesome designs if I don't say so myself. So anyways, with regards to today's video, as I said, going with that modern theme, the prefabs and galleries you are going to need are as following. There is 9 in total. So you'll need the Castle Tower Gallery, the Clock Tower Gallery, Castle Gallery B, Office Gallery, Gas Station Gallery, Cube Gallery, Modern House, Street Gallery B, and Grass Floor Gallery. So again, in total there is 9. I'm going to go through each individual item in a second, so don't you worry about that. But again, if you want to grab them, please be my guest. Anyways, so let's head over to here where I have outlined in a very nice, concise area everything we're going to need for this build. What I'm going to do is, for this, we are going to go to each and every item, and I'm going to list off where it's from. Then feel free to grab that into your own world, into a nice empty area, and then we can get straight into building. So let's start off on the left side at this pillar over here. We have this white pillar. This is from the Modern House. Next to this we have this sandstone brick kind of door frame with a dark brown wooden frame. This is from the Office Gallery. Next to this, the sandstone brick wall from the Castle Tower Gallery. Next to that, the window version of this door frame we had previous, and this is from the Office Gallery. Next to that, we have this grey kind of cobble wall, and this is from the Castle Tower Gallery. Next to that, we have this almost garage door in the same texture, and this is from the Modern House. Next to this, we have the staircase. This is not the one that has the rails or the dividers, it's just a simple staircase, and this is from Castle Gallery B. Next to that, we have this kind of cobble grey wall, and this is from the Modern House. With the white block, this is from the Cube Gallery. In front of this, we have this 4x4 white tiled floor, and this is from the Modern House. Next to this, we have the 2x2 tiled floor, and this is from Street Gallery B. Next to this, we have this kind of grey tarmac-y kind of concrete floor, and this is from the Office Gallery. Next to this, we have the green grass, and this is from the Grass Floor Gallery. With this half kind of piece, I again never know really what to call it. It's almost like a slab, and this is from the Modern House. Next to this, we have this concrete wall, and this is from the Clock Tower Gallery. One thing to bear in mind is, again, you want to grab the corner piece. It is separate to the main wall itself. You will indeed need both of them. And then finally, we have this slightly shorter kind of wall, and this is from the Gas Station Gallery. Again, same logic applies. It's 2 separate pieces, so make sure you grab both the corner and the main piece itself. Now, in terms of detailing, you also want to grab the little side piece from this section here. This can also be found on the Modern House. So once you've got all them, and you've got them all laid out, we are ready to get straight into building. Just before the video starts, I want to do a quick little plug. If you do enjoy my content and want to support the channel, please consider using my support a creator code in the Fortnite item store. That is GUMMYYY, so Gummy with 3 M's and 3 Y's. This applies to all purchases on the item store. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps me create more regular content for you guys to hopefully enjoy. So we're going to start off the video by starting on the front left corner of the house. We're then going to work our way around and then build up. So essentially, we're going to build section by section and get to the final build overall, hopefully in roughly half an hour, so shouldn't be too long of a video. We're going to start off by grabbing ourselves the grey brick wall. We're going to find a nice empty space, and we're going to start on the left side first. So we're going to place one of these walls. We're then going to go round to the right side. And what we're then going to do is grab ourselves the staircase, and to the right of that wall, we're going to place 2 staircases. So currently it ends up looking something like this. What we're then going to do is wrap round a wall on the right side and go one to the right. So again, you should currently have this kind of centered staircase. Now, in terms of the left side is going to be very short. That's going to wrap around immediately at this point here. On the right side, we're going to have a massive kind of double garage. So for this, we're going to grab ourselves the garage doors. We're going to place 1, 2. We are then going to place a grey brick wall, and it will end up looking like this. So this is 4 tiles wide, whereas the left side is only 1 tile wide. Now, in terms of detailing, what we are going to do is grab ourselves this little overhang piece here. We're going to rotate it so the end is towards us, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 in a row. We want to grab the little edge piece here, and on both the left side and the right side, place one of them just to cap it off nicely. And then we're going to grab ourselves the white pillar, and on both the left side and the right side, we're going to place one. So the way we do this is right in the middle, in front of the grey brick wall, we're going to place one. So you can see there is an equal gap on both the front, on the left and right side, and there's an equal gap between the front and the back. So it's positioned perfectly in the middle. We do the exact same on the right side. It's very easy to do. You just have to guess, and once you've done that, it looks like this. So you've got the garage with a little roof overhang, and both pillars on the left side and the right side supporting it in terms of like a structural sense. So that is the front side of the build so far. What we're going to do now is start adding onto this by building up a level. So for the next floor, we're going to grab ourselves the white sandstone brick. We are going to, in fact, we'll grab a door first. So let's grab the doors. In front of the stairs, we're going to place 2 doors, and then we're going to place the wall. Of course, we can't place the wall unless there's something to place it off of. So to the left of this, we place 1 wall. What we're then going to do on the right side is go round to the right 1. We're then going to place 2 of our windows, so 1 and 2, and then 1 more of the sandstone walls. So that is the second floor. Now in terms of this gap here, we're going to grab ourselves the 4x4 white tile. We're going to place 1. We're then going to go to the left, and this is going to wrap around the left side of the building. We'll worry about that in a second. So again, right now, this is what the build should look like. Again, please do take your time if you need to do so. There is no need to rush. So, in terms of what we're going to do now, and this is the slightly more frustrating part, but it does make the build look really, really good. We're going to grab the white block. Now, one thing to bear in mind with this is you want drops off. So again, drops off, and you want grid snap on 8. If you don't put it on 8, your life's going to be a lot more difficult. So I definitely recommend you put it on 8. We're going to start off on the left side here, and next to this wall that we've placed, the sandstone kind of brick wall, right in the corner, we're going to place 1 white cube, and we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in total, it is 5 tall, and it ends up looking something like this. Now, again, in terms of positioning, it doesn't really matter. You ideally want to get it centered, and you can see here, it does kind of glitch out sometimes, but again, it's not a massive deal. So, what we want to do is we are going to build all the way around this edge here and down. Now, I'm going to go over this just for the purpose of the video. Of course, if you want to, feel free to skip, but I'm going to go over measurements. So from here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 to the right. From here, we're then going to build 1, 2, 3, 4 forwards. We're then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 to the right, and then we're going to build all the way down. The easiest way of doing it is just go to the bottom and build up, and it will link up perfectly. So once you've done that, as you can see, I've just finished there. It gives you a nice perimeter around the top of the build and really helps give the modern kind of feeling to it. So that is, again, the second official floor. So we've got the first floor, which is kind of like a garage and basement, and this is like the first actual main floor where your sitting room, your kitchen, your dining room would be. So, continuing now, we're going to add a few details to the front of the build. What we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves this grey brick wall corner piece, and on both the left side of the garage, so just in line with, just to the right of the stairs, but to the left of this part here, we're going to place one, and we do the exact same on this side here. Now this can be an absolute nightmare to place sometimes for whatever reason. It's just a case of rotating it round until it works for you. So you want to place one in front of the white pillar and one just to the side of the stairs. Now what this does is kind of sections out the garage, just gives it a bit more of a distinguished outline. We will be adding some flooring here later on, but for now we'll leave it like this. What we are going to do is grab ourselves the short kind of concrete wall, and on the left side of the garage door and the right side we're going to place one of these, and we're also going to do this on the left side by the stairs, like so. We're then going to grab ourselves the corner piece, and on the left side of this wall we're going to place one corner piece. We're also then going to place one on the right side of the one we just placed, which wraps into the actual garage door itself. So if I can place it, and this is again something that can be a bit tricky, but it shouldn't take too long. So you can see there I've placed one going into the wall just to kind of cap it off, and then on the left side we do the exact same. So we're going to place one going into the stairs and also one on that corner there, and it's going to wrap around to the left side of the building. In terms of the floor here, we're also going to separate it. So in front of the door, we're going to place one. We're then going to go around to the front side, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. And once again, grab ourselves the corner piece, and we're going to place one in the corner right there. So that splits up the first and second floor. Again, just gives it a bit of a distinguished line, just to make it look a bit more interesting, I guess you could say. What we're then going to do is grab ourselves the taller of the concrete walls, and we're going to do an outline around this section here. So we place one in front of the door, two to the left, and then we're going to grab once again the corner piece, and this is going to wrap around to the side. So if we can grab the corner piece, that would be great. So again, one there, and come around to the side, and we're going to have one curving round the side of the wall. Now again, this can be a bit tricky for whatever reason. There we go. And one wall going down the left side of the building. Now in terms of this section here, we're also going to grab ourselves a white pillar, and in the front left corner we're going to place one pillar like so. Again, it's positioned just in the corner, and if you back up it should look something like this. So you can see the front side of the building is starting to take shape quite nicely. Now the next step we're going to do in terms of detailing is, once again, we're going to grab ourselves these little almost slab overhangs, and in line with the doors we're going to place 1, 2 and 3. We're going to grab ourselves once again the corner piece, add one onto the end there, and you can see that gives us a nice little overhang over the front door, just gives it a little bit more shape, and again gives it, when you're walking up here, you just have that extra effect of a little overhang over the doorway. So that is the front side of the build so far. Again, I'm going to try and step back and give you guys as many opportunities to pause as necessary, but for now it should look something like this. We will get to the final floor later on in the video. For now, we're just going to worry about these two. So, what we're going to do is we're going to head now to the left side of the building. We're going to grab ourselves this grey brick wall, and we are going to go 5 to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in total it should look like this. What we're then going to do is, on the second floor, we're going to place one of our sandstone walls. We are then going to place 2 of our windows and 1 wall. So it ends up looking like this. For the little balcony here, we're going to extend it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. So it overextends by 1. And we're going to expand the wall out to match what we've just done. So the concrete wall all the way across. Once again, we grab ourselves the corner piece, go to the end, whack that on the end, and then curve around the wall to go around the rear side of the building. We're then going to also grab a pillar, and in this little corner here, just in the diagonal corner, place one pillar, and that's going to represent the exact same as we had on this side, so it's nice and symmetrical. In terms of the bottom section, we are also going to grab this small concrete wall, and we're going to do a solid row all the way down the bottom, including the corner piece. Once again, it's just for the sake of detail, gives it a little bit extra colour and a little bit more kind of point of interest. Something that just makes it stand out from being a plain brick wall. In terms of the next step, and again, it's not necessarily the most enjoyable step, we're going to be placing more of these cubes. So from this cube here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, whoops, if I can place it, 15, and 16 cubes to the left. Now we're not going to bring this down because that's going to wrap round to the rear side of the building, so we're going to have even more fun placing blocks later on, but for now it should look like this. Final, I guess, detail is we're once again going to grab these little overhangs, and above the windows we're just going to place 2 of them, and then once again grab the end pieces just to cap it off and make it look a little bit nicer. So once you've done that, that is the left side of the building complete. Again, if you don't have something that looks like this, go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan. If you do, great, we're ready to move around to the rear side of the building. So, moving around to the rear side, we're once again going to grab ourselves the grey brick wall. From here, we're going to expand 7 to the left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and you'll know you've done it correctly because it should line up with the front side. So if you want to come around to the right side now and expand all the way to the front, it should meet up like so, and that gives you kind of the outline of the building. Go back round to the rear side now, we are going to grab ourselves the sandstone wall, so we're going to place 2 of them. We're then going to place 1 lovely window, we're going to place a door, a window, and then 2 more of our sandstone walls, and that's going to bring us to the end. So right now, it should look something like this. In terms of the balcony, we are going to expand this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the left. And once again, we're going to expand the concrete wall all the way following this. And then we're going to wrap it around the corner. And once again, you guessed it, grab ourselves a corner piece and place it right there, just to make the transition a little bit smoother. In terms again, we're going to grab ourselves a pillar in the front corner, place 1 pillar there, and that is perfect. So right now, lovely jubbly looks like this. We are going to grab ourselves the concrete little wall, do again a solid row all the way down the bottom, and grab ourselves the corner piece, so we're ready to move around to the side once we get to that stage in the video. So again, backing up just as a little progress report as to what it should look like so far. This is the build. Now again, as I mentioned before, we have got the joy of placing more blocks, and what I mean by this is we are going to have to build all the way over to the side. Now I've noticed it's actually typically easier to build to the right than it is to the left for some reason, so I'll do that just for the purpose of the video. So as I said, we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So it's 29 in total, and again that is a solid row all the way across the rear side of the building. So once you've done that, that is the rear side complete. Again, you're more than welcome to add a few extra details just to split the walls up a little bit. But for now, we're going to move around to the right side of the building. So right now, it ends up looking something like this. Of course, if you haven't already, we're going to place 5 of the grey brick walls. We are then on the second layer from left to right. We're going to place 1 of our sandstone walls. We're then going to place 3 windows and 1 sandstone wall. Now from here, this concrete wall, we're going to expand all the way over to the left, and it's going to link into this white pillar here, and that's where it's going to end. We're also going to grab ourselves from the front side these little details here, and in line with the bottom of the concrete walls, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these little kind of half slabs, and grab the corner piece, if I can grab it just about there. Come on, close enough. There we go. So we grab one of them, and we're going to place it on the left side, and the right side, again, just to cap it off. You can add pillars if you want to. For the sake of this, I'm just going to leave it. Otherwise, you kind of can overdo it a bit with the pillars. Now, of course, same procedure applies. We are going to be extending the white blocks over to the side to link it all the way around. So from the left side, aka the front corner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 over to the right. Also, make sure you haven't done what I've done there, which is place the wall the wrong way round. So once you've done that, again, ends up looking something like this, and that is the right side of the building complete. Again, relatively plain, relatively simple, but easy to the eye nonetheless. So that is the core part of the building at this stage. Again, if you don't have something looking like this, I do suggest you go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan. One thing I also almost forgot there was to add our little row of concrete barriers going across the edge there. Again, just to give it a little bit of that extra kind of detail. So, going back around to the front side, as I said, looks like this so far. The next step in this build is to start adding the floors. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the garage first, because that's something we want to get out of the way. So in terms of the garage, the way I've done this is in front of the garage doors themselves, so these two, I've placed 3 rows of this kind of grey concrete tarmac. You can't really see it on the block, of course, because it's very, very similar to the original texture, but of course you can see I'm hovering it, so it is there. What I've also done is extended this into the actual area. So this is going to be our garage, where we've got this grey floor, so you can put all your cars here if you want to. I've also extended this one over to the side once you actually get in, and from here I've built 1, 2, 3, 4 of these grey brick walls, punched out one in the middle, grabbed one of the random ones, and that's going to be the entrance into the basement and then eventually the house. So this is where you would store your cars. This is where the house would begin. What we're going to do is also behind the stairs just place 2 walls, and in the remaining area for the floor texture you can choose the texture of your choice. However, I'm going to be using these little 4x4 white tiles. The reason being is because once we get to the upper floors, the texture on the underside of them is actually really, really nice and makes for a good ceiling texture, so that is the reason behind that. Now I'm not going to bore you by actually going over and doing each of the floors on camera. What you do need to do, as I said, is just make the first floor out of this white 4x4 texture and the second floor the exact same. Now in terms of the exterior, we'll get that out of the way real quick as well. In front of the staircase we're going to place a 3x2 of this 2x2 tile. So again, that is the 3x2 area of this 2x2 grey tile, and then in the remaining area we're just going to fill it in with grass. Now again, you are more than welcome to change this as you wish. This is just a kind of starter idea, and I just do a solid row all the way around the exterior of the building, and again, feel free to add some more shrubbery, some more greenery, just to kind of make it a bit more pleasing to the eye. So that is the basics of the exterior. Of course, in terms of the interior, I may do a video in the future, so let me know if you want to see that in the comment section below. But I'll talk about that more in the video later on. So for now, again, I'm going to make a quick cut, fill in the remaining floors, and then I'll be right back. Okie dokie, so as you can see here, we have got the first floor complete, again out of this texture, and as I mentioned before, the reason why that is important, as you can see, it gives you a nice ceiling texture on the floor below, but in terms of this, it also matches the balcony, which works out pretty nicely. So of course, this is the roof so far. What we're going to do now is actually add the final floor, and then that's going to wrap up the tutorial. So in terms of this final floor, once again, it's going to be out of this kind of sandstone wall. We're going to go to the left side, and we're going to go in one tile. So this is the first one. We're going to go in one, and to the right one. From here, we're going to place 1, 2, 3. We're then going to wrap around to the right side, and we're going to go 1, 2 to the right. So you have a shape that looks like this. On the left side, we're also going to wrap around 1, 2 to the left, and we wrap around again, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over to the right, wrap around again, 1, 2, 3 to the left, and you end up with a shape which looks something like this. So again, I'll hover above just so you can pause as you want to, and that is the shape. Now of course there is a 1 tile gap all the way around. That's intentional just to make the build not look bulky and to give it that more defined shape. In terms of the roof, again, we're going to fill it in with the exact same texture. You can change it if you want to, that's up to you. Another good option is the black kind of tarmac tiles, that works quite well. And another thing that's a cool idea that I haven't actually implemented on this build, but it's definitely possible, is you could even add a helicopter pad if you really wanted to go all out, or a rooftop pool with the lovely new galleries with the water. So again, you could do that pretty easy if you want to. So the final thing we're going to do to wrap this up is we're going to grab ourselves the shorter concrete walls, and we're going to do a solid perimeter around the top here using this block, and we're then going to place in the corner pieces, and that will wrap up the video. Now again, you are more than welcome to use the bigger walls if you want to make it a bit more defined on the roof. You're also, again, more than welcome to change it as you please. But overall, I'm really happy with this design, and I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, a like would be very much appreciated. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing with notifications on, so you actually have a chance to get notified every time I upload, because otherwise YouTube is a bit hit or miss with that. So yeah, that is the build complete. As you can see, 3 floors, and this is mansion number 3. So yeah, that's about it. Again, if you play Fortnite, which by the fact you've watched this video, I assume you have, and you haven't already, please consider using my support a creator code. Once again, that is Gummy, so GUMMMYYY, 3 M's, 3 Y's, and every time you buy something, whether that's in store, on the item shop, so skins, emotes, whatever you want to do, it supports me in a really small way, but of course if a lot of you guys do it, it actually adds up really quickly and means I can still do this as a part-time job whilst at university, so that is greatly appreciated. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Please do comment down below saying what you want to see in the future. I base a lot of my videos on what I see you guys requesting. I saw a ton of absolute love towards the previous 2 mansions, hence why I've done this. But if you have something specific in mind, please, again, don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section below. In terms of interiors, as I mentioned briefly before, they do take a long time, hence why I haven't got around to any yet, purely because you have to use a ton of galleries, a ton of prefabs, and it takes a long time. So if anyone wants to help me with that, you're more than welcome to do so. But right now, with a university schedule I have, it's not unfortunately possible. Work in progress for the future. We'll have to see how it goes. So again, thank you for all the love and support. That wraps up the video. Until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let